Hey everyone, I wanted to show you a small project you can do with your kids that involves the guitar. What I have here is some foam board, and what I do is I lay out a template of a guitar shape that I would like to work with, and these are all approximately 11 inches high by 2.5 inches thick. And I cut out some sort of pattern, guitar shaped pattern. Here's one I have a sound hole in it already. And here's another shape. You can cut the shapes any way you like. And here's what my board looks like. Take a look at my board here. You can see that. And I cut the board with an X-Acto knife. Just lay out a shape, cut it with an X-Acto knife. When I'm finished, it comes out in a nice shape like this. Okay. Right then. So, after I do that, after I cut my shape out with an X-Acto. Okay then, after I do that, after I cut my shape out with an X-Acto knife, I'll take the shape and I'll take a Dixie cup, a small Dixie cup, and I'll trace a hole where it would look like the sound hole would go. I'll trace the hole and then I'll cut that out. And I have one right here for you. Cut this one out earlier. And I'll put the Dixie cup inside of there, like so. And usually I'll tape it in. I'll take a couple of pieces of tape. Just simply tape it in so it doesn't go anywhere. Oh, that's a bad piece. Let me get another piece here. I'll tape it in real quick. Now you don't really have to tape it in if it's fitting in there snugly. And then I'll get a stirrer here. I like these. They come in lots of different colors. These are really nice, and I'll pick a color you might like. I would go with orange. And I'll use this as the bridge. And I'll put it back here somewhere, a little bit away from the sound hole, maybe right there, maybe midway. And I'll tape that on both ends. So, take a piece of tape and tape it on the top here, just to keep it in place. And let me do that a bit better than that. And I'll tape it on the bottom. Just using Scotch tape, transparent tape. And I also may draw in some frets here, some fret lines. And I could take a straight edge, or I could take one of these stirrers and use that as a ruler. I just randomly, draw them in with a felt tip marker. Just kind of make it look like a guitar. I've done a few of these already. I usually draw these in before I put the cup in, the Dixie cup, and it comes out really nice. Just drawing some lines, and it's better to use a straight edge. I like using a triangle, and I'll just lay out some lines like so. And I might go all the way up to here. And I'm doing this really rough. You can see the lines. And I might put in some fret markings. And I'll put a circle here, maybe two here. Make it look like a guitar. So there we go. Put in some fret markings. So I have the frets, fret markers, sound hole, the bridge, basic guitar shape. See the Dixie cup in the back? And now what I'll do is I'll get some rubber bands. I'll get 3 rubber bands from an assortment. And I might pick a, different thicknesses. It plays a role in the pitch of the note or the string. Here's a nice thick one. Here's a little bit thinner than that. Let's see. How about this one right here? This one's nice and thin. Here's a nice thin one. What I'll do is I'll string up the guitar. Put it on here like this. And on the front, I make sure, it's not all twisted. It's not all twisted, that's what you want. There you go. And I'll keep doing that. I'll put on the next thickest one. Kind of mimic a real guitar, from thick string to thinnest string. The next thickest one down. This one will go right in the center, like so. And then I'll put on another one, a green one. This one's a little thinner than the rest. Or I might have those backwards, but... And I'll kind of evenly spread them out. I'll test it out. And it's a little... Push that cup in just a little bit. And if you do this just right, you might have to adjust the bridge a little bit. If you do it just right, you have a nice little acoustic guitar there. And some people would say it's a harp, but actually, because you can fret it and change the notes, I have to adjust the bridge on this one a little bit. You actually have a guitar. Let me show you some that I previously made. Here's a nice one that I made. It's good to make with kids. Here's another one I made. Let's try this one. Now, kids will like playing this. They can put their fingers here and they can use their thumb. Whoops. But really what brings this to life is if you get an acoustic pickup or a transducer. And I have one right here from Dean Markley. And this is great. What I like to do is stick this on the back. I'll put it underneath two of the strings. I have some putty on it. It's kind of worn out. But it'll stick on the back. But now I can connect it to an amplifier and really have some fun. And I have that hooked up right now. So, let's see if I can get this going. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to crank it up. There you go. Now it sounds really sweet. So, you can play like this too. And you can make these any size you want. It's a lot of fun. Talk with your kids about how sound is produced, how the different thicknesses of the rubber bands affect the way that it sounds, the changing in the length of the string or the rubber band, making it shorter, higher pitch, longer, lower pitch, and that sort of thing. And it's a lot of fun. So. Anyway, have fun with that, and I hope you enjoyed that. It's great for kids, and there's a lot of potential with this, so enjoy.